What's up, YouTube? Welcome to part 2 of the Learn How to Sweep Pick video lesson series. If you've not seen part 1, I recommend that you start there and make sure that you've mastered the exercise that I gave you in that video, because in this one we're going to start doing some actual sweeps. Today we're going to do 2-string sweeps. It's important to start small with the 2-string ones, and then you'll be able to do the 3, 4, 5, and 6 later. We'll get there. But start with these. The first one is really simple. It's just barring 7-7 on the B string and the E string with your index finger. And so you sweep down, then you sweep up. And that's it. You want to make sure you're separating the notes. When you're doing like barring a string or barring a fret and trying to sweep it, you have to separate the notes by like rolling your finger. So exaggerate it a lot like that, but you can do it with just a small little motion. But don't ignore that. Make sure you do it, because that's really what makes sweep picking sound good, especially at high speeds, is just having the notes separated like that. It's crucial. So practice rolling like that with all 4 of your fingers. Let's just sweep down, sweep up, sweep down, sweep up. Alright, so that one's pretty easy, but master that. You'll get it pretty quick. There's not a lot to it. Make sure you're using a metronome. By all means, try and speed them up, but make sure that you're using a clean guitar tone, and that the notes are all separated and it sounds clean, and just be honest with yourself about how it sounds, because there's just no point in just playing it really bad. If you're trying to learn how to do something, just play it really slow. You probably won't have much of a problem with these, but when we get to the bigger sweeps, that's kind of the key to learning how to sweep pick, is just slowing it down so much that it's just really easy. So slow that you can just do it like every time. If you can do it 10 times in a row, then move the metronome up a little bit, and you just do it like that, and eventually you can learn them faster, once you get the feel for the technique and stuff. But just from the get-go with these really small sweeps, just start really slow and focus on having good form, and that's what's going to allow you to learn how to do this, I think. So anyways, the next one is a G arpeggio. Starts on 10, and then you pull off to 7, and then you sweep down 8, 7, and then you start over. So upstroke, pull off, down, sweep. It might take you a minute to get the feel of that, but these next couple ones that I'm going to give you are the exact same motion with the right hand. So once you get the feel for it, you'll be able to do a bunch of different stuff, and I'll give you some ideas of where to go with it. So, alright, now this next one starts on 12, and like I said, exact same motion with the right hand. So it's 12, pull off 8, down sweep 10, 8, and then upstroke, pull off 10, 8, and then down sweep 10, 8. So same thing with the right hand, just a little bit more elaborate with this one. And that's an A minor arpeggio. You can do this one. This is an E arpeggio. It's just 12, 7, 9, 7. Okay. So yeah, that one's a little bit of a stretch, but exact same motion with this hand. So yeah, those are all cool. That's probably one of my favorite ways to sweep on just 2 strings. This next one's a little bit different. It goes like this. So that's 10, 8, down sweep, and then upstroke 12, and then you just repeat that. And And this is a pretty cool way to pick. If you've never done anything like it before, you're probably going to like it. Once you get the hang of it, you can go pretty fast with it. So it's just down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So yeah, make sure that after you finish that note, you lift your finger up. Not enough to be off the string, but enough to stop the note and be off the fretboard. You want to do that with all of them and exaggerate it at first so that it just becomes such a habit. As you know, I'm going to emphasize again and continue to emphasize throughout the series that this is the crucial part of sweep picking that makes it sound good, is, you know, having the notes be clean and separated like that. So it's almost like you're walking your fingers, like, you know, like, you don't want to lift them that high, but hopefully you see what I mean. Alright, I think I'm just going to show you one more. This next one I saw in a Sinister Gates lesson. I think it was like a clinic he was doing. He taught this, and I thought it was pretty cool. It starts on 10 of the B string, so 10, 7, downstroke, or down sweep, and then upstroke 10, downstroke 10, upstroke 7, upstroke 10. So. It might take you a second to get the hang of that. Actually, I think it took me like 2 weeks before I could even really do it that fast, but just like I said before, do it super, super slow with the metronome. Yeah, focus on, if you're having trouble speeding this one up, focus on how far your pick goes past the strings. Try and keep it as close as possible. Like, it's called economy of motion. You just want to keep everything as tight as possible. So just do it super slow and make sure that you're barely lifting your fingers off the strings, so that you're always staying close down there, economy of motion with the left hand. And you want to make sure you're not traveling any farther past the strings than you have to. Economy of motion over here. Those things are going to help you. So yeah, again, that's just, it's like a down sweep, and then there's like an alternate pick, and then a down, or an up sweep. And yeah, you'll get it. I think I remember it took me a while, especially if you're new to sweep picking. But yeah, that's cool. So that's all the 2-string sweeps that I'm going to show you. The next lesson we're going to do 3 strings. So practice these, and hopefully you'll get the hang of them. You'll probably get them pretty quick. But make sure you're using the metronome. Make sure you got a clean guitar tone. Focus on your technique, and you should have no problems. And if you get these down, then you should be able to play what I give you in the next video. Alright, so yeah, that's it for today. Like, favorite, subscribe if you like the lesson, and see you next time.